Welcome back. We have a new pile of coins to show you today. We're going to be starting off with the 1879S Morgan Silver Dollar graded MS66 by PCGS. This is a really nice example. Not only is it a gem coin graded MS66, but it has some really nice obverse color. You can see some blues, an interesting pattern on the toning as well. You can see it almost looks like a cross or a plus. And on the reverse, there's also a nice light crescent toning. Very lustrous, almost has a satin sort of look to it. As always, all these coins are going to be listed for sale on our eBay store. If you're interested in purchasing any of them, make sure to reach out via email. I'll put the email here, and you can get our best price. So just ask for a best price or make an offer on any of these coins, and we'll be happy to discuss with you. Next up, we have a 1931S Buffalo graded MS66 by PCGS. This coin also has a nice light toning on it. You can see a little bit of gold, a little bit of purple, and maybe a little bit of blue on the obverse. And on the reverse, some nice color to match. A very tough coin in MS67. So the MS66 grade is a great cutoff if you're trying to save some money and also get a really nice example for your collection. Next up, we have a 1924D Lincoln Wheat Cent. This one's graded MS64 red by NGC and has a green CAC sticker. Really clean surfaces in terms of marks. The 24D is going to come weakly struck. That's definitely the issue with this coin in terms of why it didn't grade any higher. Again, a nice coin that's sort of between prices. MS65 coins are very expensive. The MS64 with the CAC approval is a great point for collectors to get in before having to spend way too much money on a 65 or a 65 plus. A nice example, I agree, with the CAC sticker on this one for sure. Here we have a beautiful 1921 peace dollar. This one is definitely one of the better peace dollars in terms of the 1921s that I've seen. This one's graded MS65 and just has a beautiful light obverse and reverse toning. You can see the purple. You can see a little bit of gold. Pretty rare to find peace dollars in general toned. You definitely don't see these colors really at all. I had to buy this coin. And a nice 65 as well. Believe it's pretty accurately graded. Nice luster. Pretty well struck. But the key point of this coin is definitely the color. You have the reverse here. There's a couple of reeded marks you can see from the edge of another coin. I think if those weren't there, and perhaps if this was a little bit stronger of a strike on the eagle, this coin would probably be in a higher graded holder, but nonetheless, a 65 I think is an accurate grade for this coin. You can see the reverse is also toned pretty well. There's some gold, some more purple. Just a beautiful coin. Here we have the 1952 Proof Lincoln Cent. This one's graded Proof 68 red, and this is a top pop, meaning there are no coins graded higher for 1952 Proof Lincoln Cents. This coin is freshly graded and brand new to market. There's no 68 pluses in existence and low double-digit coins in 68. No doubt in my mind that this coin is a Proof 68. Next up, we have an 1886S Morgan dollar, graded MS64. A tough date to the series. I bought this one not only because it was a tough date, but also because it has a pretty frosty cheek. You can see there are some marks on the cheek, but those appear a little more severe than I think they really are just because there's so much frost to that cheek. This coin's an accurately graded 64 in my opinion. Nice luster. The reverse is really nice. It's a nice coin, and another coin which gets very expensive in higher grades. A 64 is probably the sweet spot for collectors. And when you can find a nice 64 example like this, it's worth buying. We have a few variety coins. 1921S VAM 1B Thornhead. This is a coin that I purchased raw and had it graded. This coin is also a top pop. Now, I thought there was a chance that this coin could grade higher. I think it's, a nice 64. It's a little flashy. It's a little weakly struck again, which is pretty common. This coin has a pretty clean cheek. Nice luster on this coin. The reverse is really nice as well. I think if those breast feathers were a little stronger struck, this coin would probably be in a higher grade. But it is a top pop in a 64, so we won't complain. It's the best I'm going to be able to do here. You can see the die crack from the flower to the top of Liberty's cap. That is how you diagnose this VAM. Kind of a cool VAM. I wasn't really aware of it before I bought it. Appears it's part of the PCGS VAM hit list. A cool coin, a pretty rare coin. Not one that's going to be easy to price out, but available on our eBay store along with all these other coins again if you're interested. So make sure to check them out. Here we have a 1947S Lincoln. This one has a pretty crazy toning on the obverse. You don't find too many Lincolns with this color. They definitely have to be sitting in an old album for, a long time, decades. A lot of the older Wade Raymond albums, some of the older Whitman albums, a number of older albums will kind of tone like this over time, especially for copper coins. Becomes a bit of an issue if you're looking to preserve the original red. The coins, I just purchased a set out of a similar album, which was beautiful on the obverse. All the coins look gem BU red. And then I flipped them all over to the reverse and they're all dark brown. Some of them were a little bit lightly toned, but the coins were essentially ruined in terms of their original red, and the values were pretty heavily diminished. So sometimes they turn nice like this, but often they just kind of turn a muted brown. So you want to make sure you're storing your copper coins correctly. But this one is like insane. So pretty happy with how this one turned out, really. It probably would have been a much less valuable coin, a much less desirable coin without the toning. So I like this coin a lot. We have a 1936D Columbia commemorative half dollar graded MS68 by NGC. It's always tough to find commemoratives, classic commemoratives in the MS68 grade. Although commemoratives do come pretty nice, as they're made for collectors, and so collectors knew not to mess with them. Usually you're going to find them in 63, 64, 65. If you get up to the 66 grades, they start becoming a little bit more valuable and desirable for higher end collectors. 67 coins are sort of the high level for a really premium coin, unless it has some original toning to it. And then commemoratives at the 68 level usually need some sort of a nice original crust or original toning to them, or just incredible luster. So this one definitely has the category of original toning. It's relatively mark-free. You can see there's a lot of space in the devices for hits to appear on this design, but really not too many marks. So that's why NGC gave it the 68 grade, in my opinion. An original coin hasn't been dipped out or anything, so likely from an original set. Next up, we have an 1827 cap bust dime. This one is the JR10 variety. And I'm not a cap bust dime expert at all, unfortunately, although I do know that this is a really rare example. It's a rarity 6, or maybe it's a 6+, somewhere along those lines, but there's very few coins known. I want to say there's 10 to 15 of these known in total. So an extremely rare coin. This one has some nice light toning, which is why I originally looked at the coin. Super scarce. If you're a cat bust dime collector and you're interested in this coin, make sure to reach out via email. We'll be sure to take care of you and do a deal. Here's a 1950 proof Franklin $50. This is the first year of the proof Franklins after the mint resumed the proof set in 1950. This coin has a super original crust on it, just how I want my Franklins to look. There's a little bit of markiness on the face, but pretty typical for Franklin $50. And those may even just be die imperfections or planchette imperfections, I'm not totally sure. But this one was CAC approved. CAC sticker just came back from CAC. The reverse again has a few marks there on the bell. Other than that, this coin is superb. And this coin gets really expensive in 67, 68 grades. So having this in a 66 old green holder with a CAC sticker definitely makes this a premium coin. I've not personally tried this coin for an upgrade, so I'm sure someone else will buy it for that reason, but a nice spread to the higher 67, 67 plus grades. And last but not least, we have a beautiful 1903 PCGS MS66 red Indian head cent with an eagle eye seal of approval. So if you don't know, this is Rick Snow's service. Rick Snow's a renowned Indian head cent expert. He places these stickers on coins he likes, I suppose. They come with this little photo cert as well, photo of the coin, the slab. It essentially, to my understanding, you can read about it, essentially is like a CAC sticker for Indian head and Flying Eagle cent specifically. So as the renowned expert on the series, we'll trust his judgment, but you can kind of look past that even and just see that this coin is just spectacular. The holder's a little rough, but if you look past the marks on the holder, you see that this coin just has radiant luster, full red, relatively mark-free. You can see the corners of the headdress on Liberty are extremely sharp. This coin might be a half point higher than a 66. We're going to keep it as a 66, but just an exceptional coin. And the reverse also matches as well. No major hits or major distractions. A little bit of a spot there you can see on the reverse, but I think I can look past that for this coin. So that is the batch of new pickups that we got. Hope you guys enjoyed the new video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and if you haven't already, we have just reached over 1,000 subscribers, so I appreciate all the support. All these coins, again, are available on our eBay store. I'll link to the eBay store down below in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out. Thanks so much. Hope everyone has a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas, and we will see you in the new year. Thanks. Bye.